Look at my temple lying in ruins. So much for the constancy of mortals, their crafts and their hearts.
There's no escape.
If they love me not, how can my love reach them?
Only a fool lets himself get surrounded.
Restore to me my beacon, that I might guide you toward your destiny. It is time for my splendor to return to Skyrim. But the token of my truth lies buried in the ruins of my once great temple, now tainted by a profane darkness skittering within. The necromancer Malkaran defiles my shrine with vile corruptions, trapping lost souls left in the wake of this war to do his bidding. Worse still, he uses the power stored within my own token to fuel his foul deeds. I have brought you here, mortal, to be my champion. You will enter my temple, retrieve my artifact, and destroy the Defiler. Of course you will. I have commanded it. Go now. The artifact must be reclaimed, and Malkaran destroyed. Malkaran has forced the doors shut, but this is my temple, and it responds to my decree. I will send down a ray of light. Guide this light through my temple, and its doors will open.
Fus, Roda! Both your life and lands are now forfeit.
That'll teach him.
I was always taught to avoid these types of ruins. I think I see why now.
I wonder what the ancient Nords did in these ruins. Unspeakable sacrifices, maybe? Sworn I heard something right behind us. Nicely done.
Did you hear something? That takes care of that.
Who's there? There you are. I'm gonna put you down. That's so bad.
Knew I heard something.
That's a mistake. That takes care of that. Can I help you? Of course. All right. Then.
Did you hear something?
Come on.
What a power.
You can't hide from me.
There you are.
That'll teach him. said some of these artifacts would fetch a good price. I hope they're not cursed.
It is time. The Defiler is defeated. Take Dawnbreaker from its pedestal.
Done and done.
Malkaran is vanquished. Skyrim's dead shall remain at rest. This is as it should be. This is because of you. A new day is dawning, and you shall be its herald. Take the mighty Dawnbreaker, and with it purge corruption from the dark corners of the world. Wield it in my name, that my influence may grow. May the light of certitude guide your efforts.
Why are they hurting each other?
A spider. I yield. I yield.
That takes care of that.
Time to die.
Are actually fighting.
What you want, huh? For the Emperor. Now you're mine. Come on! Come on! This should be good. Fall back! Come on! It's nothing! Weren't expecting that, were you? It burns! That's your best, huh? And I may still get him. I'll enjoy killing you! You're pathetic! That's all you got? This ends now.
So, you've done it. The men of violence are gathered here, in these halls whose very stones are dedicated to peace. I should not have agreed to host this council. The Greybeards have no business involving ourselves in such matters. Peace? I doubt it. They may put their weapons down for a moment, but only to gather strength for the next bloodletting. They are not yet tired of war. Far from it. Do you know the ancient Nord word for war? Season unending. And so it has proved. But regrets are pointless. Here we are. Take your seat at the council table, and let us see what wisdom we can find among these warriors of Skyrim.
So, Arngeir, is it? You know why we're here. Are you going to let us in or not?
You are not invited here. You are not welcome here.
We have as much right to be at this council as all of you. More, actually, since we were the ones that put the Dragonborn on this path.
Were you? The hubris of the Blades truly knows no bounds.
If it were up to you, the Dragonborn would sit dreaming on this mountain doing nothing.
Delphine, we're not here to rehearse old grudges. The matter at hand is urgent. Alduin must be stopped. You wouldn't have called this council if you didn't agree. We know a great deal about the situation and the threat that Alduin poses to us all. You need us here if you want this council to succeed.
Very well. You may enter.
Is everyone here? Let's get this started.
I'm here because it's required of me. But there's nothing to be gained by talking to that murderer.
I'm glad I finally got a chance to see this place.
When has any good ever come from talking to the Empire? If you can arrange an end to the fighting, Dragon's Reach is at your disposal.
I never thought I'd ever willingly stand in the same room with Tullius again. At least not without a weapon in my hand.
Why delay? Please, now that everyone is here, please take your seats so we can begin. I hope that we have all come here in the spirit
You
of...
insult us by bringing her to this negotiation? You're Chief Talos Hunter?
That didn't take long.
Hear, hear.
I have every right to be at this negotiation. I need to ensure that nothing is agreed to here that violates the terms of the White Gold Concordat.
She's part of the Imperial delegation. You can't dictate who I bring to this council.
Please, if we have to negotiate the terms of the negotiation, we will never get anywhere. Perhaps this would be a good time to get the Dragonborn's input on this matter.
By Izmir's beard. The nerve of those Imperial bastards to think that we would sit down with that Thalmor bitch. I say she walks, or we walk. Maybe so, but bringing her here is a deliberate provocation. We need to show Tullius we won't be pushed around. It feels like a mistake to me, but I'll bow to your judgment on this. But she is to observe, nothing more. We are not negotiating with her. Is that clear?
Ulfric, why so hostile? After all, it's not the Thalmor that's burning your farms and killing your sons.
She's supposed to be on our side?
You know exactly... No. Not this time.
Now that that's settled, may we proceed?
One moment.
Here we go.
I just want to make clear that the only reason I agreed to attend this council was to deal with the Dragon Menace. I have no authority to negotiate a permanent settlement, unless Ulfric is ready to sue for peace and turn himself over to Imperial justice.
Master Angir,
We're here
are you
to
going
arrange a
just let him
temporary
continue
truce to allow the Dragonborn here to deal with the dragons. Nothing more. We consider even sitting down to talk with these rebels more than generous.
Enough posturing, Tullius. If you came to talk, let's get on with it.
Fine. Let's get this over with.
Are we ready to proceed? General Tullius, Jarl Ulfric, this council is unprecedented. We are gathered here at the Dragonborn's request. I ask that you all respect the spirit of High Hrothgar, and do your best to begin the process of achieving a lasting peace in Skyrim. Who would like to open the negotiations?
Our terms are simple. Riften must be returned to Imperial control. That's our price for agreeing to a truce.
Elisif, are you really going to be a party to this foolishness? Do you really think Ulfric will just turn Riften over because some Imperial general barked an order?
That's quite an opening demand, Tullius.
Ulfric, you can't be taking this demand seriously. We can hold Riften against anything the Empire can throw at it. Besides, Jarl Layla will never agree to...
Whatever I decide is in the best interests of Skyrim. Are we clear?
Yes, my lord.
Come on, Tullius. You can't seriously expect us to just hand over Riften at the negotiating table. You haven't been able to take it back yet. Why should we give it up now?
I am sure General Tullius does not expect something for nothing.
Of course not. What will you offer for Riften, Tullius? Some empty promises? Maybe some more Imperial bluster?
Enough, Galmar.
Jarl Ulfric, what would you want in return?
First, let me be clear. The Sons of Skyrim know from bitter experience that talking to the Empire is a waste of time. Or worse, Imperial promises are simply a way to lull you while they prepare a dagger for your back.
Aye. We haven't forgotten Markarth, Tullius.
But I accept the Dragonborn's invitation to this council, and I at least will negotiate in good faith. The council was your idea, huh? So tell us, what do you think Riften is worth? You're right. Tullius isn't in any position to ask for Riften. You heard what she said, Tullius. Riften is off the table. The Empire barely has a toehold left in Skyrim. We don't need to pay such a high price for this truce.
I don't blame you, Dragonborn. You treated us fairly despite your known rebel sympathies. But I can see now that this is not a negotiation at all. I know you, Ulfric. You have no intention of coming to terms. You're here to blacken the Empire's name, and I won't be party to it. You may think this war is nearly won. You're wrong. I've been fighting you with a mere handful of troops. Once the Emperor is convinced of the need, then you will see the full strength of the Imperial Legion. Soon enough, I'll have you back under the headsman's axe, and this time there won't be any dragon to save you.
As always, the Empire's fine words are worth nothing.
Stop! Are you so blind to our danger that you can't see past your petty disagreement? Here you sit arguing about nothing, while the fate of the land hangs in the balance.
Is he with you, Delphine? If so, I advise you to tell him to watch his tongue.
He is with me, and I advise you both to listen to what he has to say before you do anything rash.
Don't you understand the danger? Don't you understand what the return of the dragons means? Alduin has returned, the World Eater. Even now he devours the souls of your fallen comrades. He grows more powerful with every soldier slain in your pointless war. Can you not put aside your hatred for even one moment in the face of this mortal danger?
A very pretty speech. But what does
That's
it have
enough
to
out of
do
you.
with the...
I don't know about the end of the world, but this dragon situation has gotten out of hand. If this truce will help the Dragonborn here put an end to that menace, we both gain. Remember that, Ulfric. Now, back to the matter at hand. If we're not going to get Riften, we need you to give us something.
Swords, bones, where will these demands end?
Let's hear it.
We want compensation for the massacre at Karthwasten.
You slaughtered the very people you claim to be fighting for. True sons of Skyrim would never do such things.
Damned Imperial lies. My men would never stoop to such methods, even in retaliation for your butchery at...
All the blood spilled in this war is on your head.
You've been even-handed so far. What do you say to our demand? Well said. You may be fighting on the wrong side in this war. For once you'll actually pay for your crimes. I suppose that's the fairest deal we're likely to get.
It seems we may have an agreement. Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, these are the terms currently on the table. Riften remains allied to the Stormcloak cause, under the authority of Jarl Layla Lawgiver. The Stormcloaks will pay appropriate compensation for the massacre at Carthwayston. You both agree to this?
The Sons of Skyrim will live up to their agreements, as long as the Imperials hold to theirs. What about you, Elisif? Are these terms to your liking? Speak up! I'm sure General Tullius is waiting to do your bidding.
I have nothing to say to that murderer. General, you've proven yourself a good friend to Skyrim. I continue to trust that you will do your utmost to safeguard our interests.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. I appreciate your loyalty. The Empire can live with these terms, yes, for a temporary truce, until the Dragon Menace is dealt with. After that, Ulfric, there will be a reckoning. Count on it.
Your actions here were a disgrace. You betrayed Skyrim at every turn. I'm sure that will be a great comfort to the families of your comrades who died to free the land you just gave back to the Empire.
Don't listen to him. Ulfric's been telling lies about himself for so long, he's actually starting to believe them. Leggett, with me. We have a lot of work to do.
I admit, I really didn't expect these talks to succeed. Getting the Empire to agree to anything at all is quite an achievement.
Jarl Vignar, I assume you are familiar with the Dragonborn's plan?
Yes, I'm ready to do my part. Just say the word, and my men will help you spring this trap.
But the difficulty remains how to lure a dragon to Dragon's Reach at all.
By Talos, that's an excellent question. I hope you haven't forgotten that little detail.
Ah, I believe I can be of help here. I anticipated the problem. While you were arranging this meeting, I was busy in the library of Skyhaven Temple, an unguessed trove of lost lore. But the important thing is that the Blades recorded many of the names of dragons they slew. Cross-referencing this with Delphine's map of dragon burial sites, I believe I've identified one of the dragons that Alduin has raised up. Don't you see? The names of dragons are always 3 words of power, shouts. By calling the dragon with a voice, he will hear you wherever he might be. He's not compelled to, but dragons are prideful by nature and loath to refuse a challenge. Your voice in particular is likely to intrigue this dragon. After your victory over Alduin, I think it's very likely that he will be unable to resist investigating your call. Ah, indeed. I'm no master of the voice, like these worthy gentlemen, but it is written here in this scroll. Oda Ving, winged snow hunter, as I read it.
There's one more thing. We know about Paarthurnax. There's one more thing. We know about Paarthurnax. Paarthurnax. He needs until he's dead. Well, I'm sorry, but we would dishonor our oaths as Blades if we continue to help you. If they had their way, you do nothing but sit up on their mountain with them and talk to the sky or whatever it is they do. The Greybeards are so afraid of... Think about it. Have they tried to stop the civil... No. Trust me. There is no need to be afraid. Think of Tiber Septim. Do you think he'd have founded the Empire if he'd listened to the Greybeards?
I don't much like this truce. Feels like a betrayal to me.
Knowledge, enlightenment, and discernment.
When I return to Whiterun, I'll get my men ready to trap this dragon.
Jur, Zapru! Jur, Zapru! Years. I've never seen such a thing. Something's happening.
Those two at it again? Just keep moving. You'll wear them out.
When I return to Whiterun, I'll get my men ready to help trap this dragon.
Don't mind them. Just working out some issues in the old way. Ask any fool around here, get a different answer. Mercenaries, warriors of honor, brothers and sisters of the blade, drunken crap. Take your pick. I've been here longer than most of them. Even I don't know sometimes. I just hope they don't kill each other. I learned the ways of the blade in the Great War. Nearly lost my life outside the Imperial City. I came home to Skyrim when it was all over, but I wasn't much good at anything other than fighting. Wandered around as a blade for hire. It was a damned good one, too. The money was good, and the women were good, and the drinks were good. But I was losing myself, my heart. I was lucky the companions found me. Now there's a reason to be fighting. The honor of my brothers and sisters is worth more than coin. Of course the money is still good. And the drinks. All right then.
Just keep swinging.
Not impressed.
Huh? Goodbye, old friend.
I just tried to keep out of the way when they start roughhousing. A good bunch of men and women who make too much a mess, if you ask me. Goodbye, dear.
Come on now. Watch the footwork. Keep your balance.
Just keep swinging.
I'm staying out of this.
Weren't expecting that, were you?
When I return to Whiterun, I'll get my men ready to help trap this dragon.
Terrible and powerful powers. We are
Good to see you.
servants gifted.
Traveler,
Desi,
are
one
you
of the
by
few
chance in need of a
traditional
companion?
Saxonial jewelers that remains in Tamriel. It's becoming a lost art.
If you're looking for...
If you've got the coin, you've come to the right place. Pull up a seat.
You have some
I'll be
nerve coming
seeing
back
you.
here
Need
after what you
something?
did to Kirava.
Need something?
Need something?
Is there something I can do for you? I met her when I wandered into Riften a few years ago. Been smitten with her ever since. In fact, I'm thinking of asking her to marry me. In Blackmarsh, tradition dictates we present a potential mate a unique wedding ring to represent our future bond. I already have the gold band, but all I need are 3 flawless amethysts to complete the setting. I was hoping you'd offer. I didn't think it was my place to ask such a favor of you. I thank you.
What can I do for you?
Just get out
Of course. All right, then.
You have questions? Here. I want you to accept this as payment for your sacrifice. And we both thank you.
Of course not. You expect me to take care of it by myself?
Yes?
Safe travels, Landstrider.
Yeah. What's your problem?
You look like someone who can hold their liquor. How about a friendly contest to win a staff?
Hello,
Looking for
friend.
work? I need someone to deliver a message to Sibby Blackbriar.
Greetings, traveler. My name is Jade. I offer you Mara's blessing, that her light may guide you on the... Oh, you must be new to Riften. Well, if you're looking for marital guidance, I suggest you speak to Maramal, or Dinya. I can't seem to get a single soul into Mara's embrace. I think I'm cursed. As acolytes of Mara, we're supposed to put those who've lost their way back on the path toward true love. But I can't seem to keep a single couple together. How sweet. In fact, I think you just gave me a toothache. Meaning, is it that obvious? Well, it's not exactly a secret around here, so I might as well tell you. I used to be a member of the Thieves Guild. Well, I didn't really have much use for my old name. Green eyes, Jade. It doesn't take a college mage to figure out. I know the difference between luck and curses. Bad luck can throw love off course, but it can't. Well, take Aaron, for instance. A dashing man saves the life of a beautiful warrior, in a story fit for the tales. Not only that, but he gets her to move in with him. At this point, well, the first mistake was he asked for my... When I said don't leave her side, I didn't mean her backside. Somehow the poor soul managed to gain her confidence, her trust, her friendship, but not her love. I'm not sure I follow. Oh, you mean... No. Really? We're talking about Khajiit, right? Tell that to Sodrin. He still blames me for ruining his chances with Helga, as if that weren't his own fault. Helga likes big, strong men. As for Sodrin, well, the other day I think I hurt my shoulder just looking at him. Well, there's Sviddy. She sought Mara's blessing to guide her marriage with Sibby. Even I saw that one coming. Then there's Svanna, who suffers from the same disease that Sviddy did. She also wants Mara's blessing. Why can't Sibby's lovers go to Brielle for once? Blessing of Mara upon you.
What can I do for you?
If you're looking for a challenge, you've come to the right place.
Aha, a fellow Nord. I trust you're bringing the fight to the
Sorry,
Empire.
I'm afraid I can't help you much right now. I'm
Yes?
currently in more.
Farewell,
Good
kinsman.
talking to you.
Hi there.
My skill in battle is unmatched. Fortunately for you, that skill can be
You
bought.
bring a smile to this one's eyes and peace to his
Yes?
heart.
The
If you
rose
ever
of
need
Skyrim
the skills
and
of a Khajiit warrior by your side,
I'd
you
better
must
get going.
walk them.
Honored
Huh?
with
you.
Yeah, what do you want? Maven Blackbriar wants me to keep the mead flowing, and that's what I aim to do, despite... Ever since I took over as a foreman, the production of our mead has never been more profitable. And if the meadery is profitable, I'll get rich. Get the picture? Lady Maven could buy or sell anyone in Skyrim. I wouldn't be surprised if she's the one pulling the strings around this city. She's always welcome in Mistveil Keep, and between you and me, I'm pretty sure she even has some pretty influential friends within the Empire. I'd also warn you not to cross her. She employs quite a few troubleshooters to take care of messy problems. Well, that was important.
How can I assist?
Fancy
Your
yourself
bed
the
be warm,
adventuring type, eh?
And your food
It's
sweet.
just as well. I doubt your combat prowess would prove
Well,
valuable
hello.
in a real battle. New in town, eh? Only the best in all of Riften. Started out with a single fishing pole, and now I have an entire building and 2 boats to my name. Too bad I haven't had the same success helping this city shed its poverty. Nivenor thinks I'm wasting my time trying, but I disagree. I sell my catch across a good portion of Skyrim. The only untapped market left is Markarth. However, I just got word that Klepper at the Silver Blood Inn might be in. If you're headed that way, I would appreciate you delivering a purchase agreement for me. You'd be paid, of course. Good. Klepper will pay you as soon as you arrive with the letter. Here you are. Remember to give at the temple.
Huh?
Greetings, honored friend. Good to see
What do you need, my friend?
Next time.
Yeah. What's your problem? This must be that beautiful Skyrim weather I've always heard about.
If you're ever in the market, I deal in specialty goods for Morrowind at one of the stat. I may be Dark Elf by birth, but I was raised Argonian. Through reasons I'm still trying to discover, I ended up orphaned, then taken in by a kindly Argonian family in Black Marsh.
The Empire and the
I
Stormcloaks
hope
wanna
one
kill
day
each
to
other
find
over
out
some
what happened
foolish
to me.
cause.
How
say
I ended
no.
up like that. Just one. I know when I was found by my Argonian father, I was wrapped in a blanket bearing the symbol of House Telvanni. It was one of the great houses in Morrowind long ago. Whether that means I was one of them or not, I'm uncertain. If you come across anything in your travels that might provide me with the answers I'm looking for, I'd be grateful. Thank you. Anything you can find would be of great help. Good luck.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend?
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Why won't Helga acknowledge me? I'm not a friend, I'm a suitor. If only I could convince her to see me as such. Not well. No matter how ferociously I chase the woman, she treats me as if I just contracted swamp fever. Does she think I'm an Argonian? I've never even seen a swamp. No offense.
Put in jail. What happened?
Yes, it's not like I don't have friends that are Argonian. Real ones, not the imaginary kind people make up to hide their prejudice. I can even tell you their names. Kirava and Talon Jay are the personification of true love. Marry Helga. Now there's a frightening thought. Oh no, I assure you my intentions are entirely puerile. I want to dip my face in... I want to taste her apple pie, eat her... Did I mention her bosom was ample? It seemed like an important detail.
I'm off work at the Blackbriar Meadery. I'll be back there in the morning.
Hello, friend. Until next time.
Yes?
Need something?
Yes?
no fan of the sun, but it would be better than this.
Speak.
Excellent. You've done us a great service. Here is your reward.
We're ready, Dragonborn. Just as I promised, my men stand ready. The great chains are oiled. We wait on your word. My men know what to do. Make sure you do your part. I'm putting my city in your hands.
It's so bright out here. I don't know how you stand it.
You do have a plan for luring a dragon here, yeah? We're ready when you are.
Good. Aving!
Hear that?
Steady now. Keep under cover until it's down.
Over.
Hold your fire until he's close.
Overkeen, here I am. Be fast, Overkeen.
Trying to kill him when he should be trying to kill us.
Storm is no match for mine.
Time for you to die. Time for you to die.
anything about this.
We are routed! Fall back!
Die, dragon!
I cannot test you!
Got him!
Need to Ubonar. You went to a great deal of trouble to put me in this humiliating position. In Sir Alduin, hmm? No doubt you want to know where to find Alduin. Renik Vaza, an apt phrase. Alduin Boval. One reason I came to your call was to test your Thuum for myself. Many of us have begun to question Alduin's lordship, whether his Thuum was truly the strongest. Among ourselves, of course, Muni Mae, none were yet ready to openly defy him. Once Lord Croesus, innumerable pardons, I digress. He has traveled to Sovngarde to regain his strength, devouring the Silesure, the souls of the mortal dead, a privilege he jealously guards. His door to Sovngarde is at Skuldafn, one of his ancient fanes high in the eastern mountains. Mindoran pa ok midove navarantil. I surely do not need to warn you that all his remaining strength is marshaled there. Zuulost ofan hinlan. Now that I have answered your question, you will allow me to go free? Ah, well, Croesus, there is one detail about Skuldafn I neglected to mention. Only this. You have the Thuum of a Dova, but without the wings of one, you will never set foot in Skuldafn. Of course, I could fly you there, but not while imprisoned like this.
Incredible. Sir, you have no idea how long I have waited for such an opportunity. I would be most appreciative if you would permit me to perform some, tests on you, purely in the interests of the advancement of knowledge.
Be gone, Mage. Do not test my promise to the Dovahkiin.
I assure you, you will not even notice me. Most of them are hardly painful at all to a large dragon such as yourself.
Farengar, very bad idea. Even for you.
Surely you wouldn't miss a few scales, or a small amount of blood.
May, what are you doing back there? You have You will release me, Roland. If Zunitarodis, it was you that lured me here and took me prisoner. Onikan Korav, and you can trust me. Zunitarodis. Alduin has proven himself unworthy to rule. I go my own way now. Free me, and I will carry you to Skuldafn.
Something to tell the grandkid. You sure about that? You want to let that dragon loose after all the trouble to catch him in there? Your funeral. Someone else is gonna have to help you get him back in there again. Get ready to open the trap. This seems like a really bad idea to me.
Carry on, soldier. This is all part of the Dragonborn's plan.
By all the gods.
Was nu? Dini dein Ruthi Astral. Are you ready to see the world as only a Dova can? Saran Uth, I await you. Zuk Brit Uth. I warn you, once you've flown the skies of Kaizal, your envy of the Dove will only increase. Amativ, Mubokotin Stinselok.
You're either the bravest person I've ever met, or the biggest fool.
May Kinareth guard you while you pass through her realm.
This is as far as I can take you. Grifoth Akrin. I will look for your return. Or Alduin's.
It's so bright out here. I don't know how you stand it.
We're ready when you are.
Ood! Aving!
You do have a plan for luring a dragon here, yeah?
Hear that?
Dur! Zafu! Bruce, Roda!
Who's there?
My Thorm is wrong.
No more. I yield.
No more.
We are routed. Fall back.
Ulbonar, you went to a great deal of trouble to put me in this humiliating position. In Sir Alduin, No Renikva. Many of us, among ourselves, of course. Once Lod, he has traveled to Sovngarde to regain his strength, devouring the Silesur, the souls of the mortal dead. His door to Sovngarde is at Skuldafn. Mindoran, Zuulost Ofan Hinlan. Now that I have so, Crosis. Only this. Of course, I could fly you there, but not while imprisoned like this.
A captive dragon. Take a look. You take care of yourself now. Incredible. Sir, you have no idea how long I have waited for such an opportunity. I would be most appreciative if you would permit me to perform some, tests on you, purely in the interests of the advancement of knowledge.
Be gone, Mage. Do not test my promise to the Dovahkiin.
I assure you, you will not even notice me. Most of them are hardly painful at all to a large dragon such as yourself.
Farengar, very bad idea. Even for you.
Surely you wouldn't miss a few scales, or a small amount of blood.
May, what are you doing back there?
Farengar, enough, fool!
Someone do something!
Is someone...
Somebody help!
What can I do for you? Of course. Yes? Of course. Yes? Of course. What can I do for you? Of course. All right, then.
Lead on. I'm behind you. If you need me, just give a holler.